This is supposed to be a subcompact gun for Heckler & Co. And for a subcompact gun, it is kind of heavy. I've carried this a couple times, and I do notice the weight, especially fully loaded. This is a 10-rounder, and there's a considerable amount of weight to this gun. Not a deal breaker, but if you pay attention, you will notice it. It'll bog down some of my pants and things like that. But you put it in a good holster, I think you should be fine. And you get a good holster, and you'll be good to go. This particular H&K, the P2000SK, is outfitted with your traditional double action, single action trigger. They do have an LEM, and I've researched and read up on it. I don't really still to this day quite understand how it works. I had a chance to manipulate an H&K with an LEM trigger. Quite frankly, personally, I didn't like it. I was dry firing, so I haven't shot it, so I don't have any real application experience with it, but I didn't care for it too much, and so I went ahead and stayed with the traditional double action, single action. So basically what that entails is, go ahead and check, the gun's clear. Once again, what that entails is basically you can either start off with a traditional double action pull, which is, I want to say, about a 13-pound pull, and it's considerable. Let's just be honest here. It's a heavy pull. It's heavy. Now, that can have, that has some positives in the area of safety, but as far as the pull itself, it's considerable. It will take some getting used to. Whether it's good or bad, that's left for you to decide. But the first pull is pretty heavy, and it breaks pretty far back. Let me give you an idea of where the double action breaks. Right there. All right. Now, once the gun cycles, let me give you an idea what the reset is. Reset is, it's not a short reset, and it's not a super long reset. It does have a lot of uptake to the reset, of course, and it kind of breaks there. So run that back again, the reset it right there, and then bring it back and do it one more time. That's the reset. And I believe the reset trigger pull is, I want to say, and I'm just guessing here, I'm pretty sure I'll go ahead and annotate that on the bottom of the screen. I want to say about 4 pounds. So you get a double action, gun cycles, reset, boom. And if you go ahead and let the gun cycle, bring it all the way up, and keep it in a single action pull, you get a lot of uptake, and it breaks right there. So it's kind of a hate it or love it kind of a thing. I know some people are dead set against double action, single actions, and some people won't shoot anything unless they are a double action, single action. I'm getting used to it. I really don't have a preference either way at this point. So that is the trigger on the P2000SK. This gun has a number of safety features on it. And we'll start off with the obvious, which is the decocker. And what this allows you to do is basically, whenever the gun is in single action mode and you load it, this is not loaded, you can drop it into double action with the push of the button back here on the back of the actual gun. So if I can see that. That is the decocker. So now the gun is in double action mode. If I want to cock it, and then bring it back double action safely, I can go like that. Now, I have to be honest with you, it makes me a little nerve-wracking how hard the hammer slams against the firing pin, or at least how it sounds when I release the decocker. And I had to kind of get used to it because I didn't really trust it. But nonetheless, I've done it several times and I have not had an issue or any negligent discharges. So I can vouch for the fact that this decocker does indeed work. Along with the decocker, of course, we have the natural safety of any double action, single action gun, which is the long, heavy burst pull of the gun. So any snags, there's so much give, there's so much room, there's so heavy of a trigger to pull that what it does is it allows you to carry this gun safely in double action mode in a holster without having to worry about any negligent discharges. Also, this gun is outfitted with a chamber indicator. Now at this point, there's no round in the chamber, and the indicator is right here. And it's outfitted with a little strip of red. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to load this weapon to give you an idea of what that looks like. So when I cycle the gun, and I'll go ahead and decock it. As you can see, the little strip sticks out just a bit. I wouldn't rely on that. I would not rely on that as far as as far as utilizing that way of checking your chamber over doing the traditional slide check. But it is there. So that is another safety feature of the P2000SK. Besides that, that's pretty much it in the way of safety features on the P2000SK. All in all, I'm extremely happy with this gun. It's done everything that I needed it to do. It functions well. I've had any hiccups with this gun whatsoever. I've run about 300, 400 rounds through this gun, and it's eaten anything I put in it and spit it out. Now, with all that being said, I don't think I'm going to hold on to this gun for very long, and here's why. In my search for a dedicated 9, I think I was more or less overcome by, I think, the desire to purchase an H&K took more precedent than actually finding a dedicated 9mm. And with that being said, I'm gonna have to let this gun go, because technically this is a subcompact. This is a carry weapon, and the magazines are hard to find, and then when you do find them, they're expensive. Now, you can utilize the USP compact magazines in this firearm, which is outfitted with 13 rounds. There is a round in, and then you get a little give here, and then they do sell a sleeve that you can use to cover this up, and this takes you from 10 to 13 rounds. So as much as I love this gun, I think I might have to let it go. And I think it was an impulse purchase, and even though it is a 9, and it was exactly what I wanted from the standpoint of being a 9mm and an H&K, I am going to have to let it go, because in the event that things kind of go crazy and all hell breaks loose, I need something that is more accessible, more compatible with a number of parts, easy parts to get, and more purpose driven than the H&K. And I know that sounds weird, but I honestly can say I think I see a Glock 19 in my future. This was an impulse buy, and I love this gun a lot, I really do. But at this point in time, I do think this is an impulse buy, and I do like it. But I think I might be entertaining a Glock 19 in the near future. As the Glock 19, pretty much, you can find anywhere, find parts for it anywhere. You can find 13 round magazines as opposed to the limit of 13. You can find 30 round magazines as opposed to 13. So with that being said, this gun may not be here for very long, even though I love it. But if I find a good deal, I'm probably going to snatch up a Glock 19.